So you make sure you no more leg left, okay? And then you can grab hold of him, you can elbow him here, you can smack him into the neck, you can knee him to the back side so he won't able to have a shit anymore.
Hey, Damian here, and today we're looking at Master Wong's kick to the nuts defense. As usual, we're going to watch it, check out what he does, see if it will actually work, and as always, if it doesn't work, we're going to show you what will work. Again, thanks for watching, and if you haven't already, please like and subscribe and mash that notification bell like it's trying to take your lunch money. Now, let's check out Master Wong's kick to the nuts defense.
If you kick me in the nut like this, here, and then straight away like this, straight away, bang, break that down, do it like that. So you make sure you no more leg left, okay? And then you can grab hold of him, you can elbow him here, you can smack him into the neck, you can knee him to the back side so he won't able to have a shit anymore. Because you're going to put the knee right up the asshole.
Oh, that's awesome. Let's go to the barn and check out Master Wong's nut defense. So let's just do the technique. So he comes in, he throws a kick here, and he puts his foot down, I stomp him down, and then I head him and hit him and hit him. Okay? First, I'm not too bad with the block, only though it's a sparring technique, and as we mentioned before in the street, you know, it's one thing if we're in karate class and we're sparring, Pete does this. I mean, every kid who takes karate, person who takes karate has done that. And when you're sparring, you're operating under the premise that he's gonna kick, he's gonna punch. Very important to understand this. You have a time and a place, right? You know who your opponent is and what you're doing. You have a rule set up. And he's not trying to kill you, even though it may feel that way at some times. If things get out of control, there's referees, there's dojo mates, there's cornermen, there's people to break it, you know, and break you up. He's not all of a sudden going to produce a blackjack or a shiv and try to kill you. So the block, I'm not going to completely shit on it, but follow up, yeah, I'm going to destroy it. So he throws, right? I'm here, boom. So if we're fighting, and this guy's somewhat trained because he's throwing a front kick, coming in with like a front kick and 1-2 combination. So we're here, okay, yeah, I mean, he's not staying there. Okay, he's not gonna freeze, plant his foot, so just kick and stop. Okay, so this plant is like not happening, but again, let's say it does. So the video, Master Wong comes into the back of the knee to break it. Obviously, if a guy's standing there, you can't take him down with, you know, this, but we usually do is just we usually do something if we're coming up from behind like this, and stomping down on him. You know, doing that kind of takedown. But in order to break the knee, just stay still. So keep the heel in the ground. You know, you've got to have the heel anchored, and you got to hit this thing and stomp on it, like hard. So this is really where, you know, you have to be. But what's going to happen most times is what Pete just did is he's going to fall down, and you're not going to break the knee. Again, if I come in and do this, oh sorry. Okay. So, you know, the guy's just going to fall down. He's not going to hold himself up and allow you to break his leg. We're just not designed like that. Really, the only way to do it, just lie on the mat for a second and on your back. Just slide out a little bit. Okay. Let's say Pete's on the curb, right? This is really the only way to break a knee in a street fight. That's it. You know, the whole knee breaking thing is such martial arts bullshit. I didn't call it folklore. Because for years, people think that you just strike at the knee, oh, it's broken. No, your best bet, if you hit it solid in the right way, is like he's just gonna fall down. But even then, you know, his legs gotta be pinned. He's got to, you know, it's gotta be, you know, the stars gotta align, all that stuff. Now, what does work, right? So we're here, I'll come forward, Pete kicks, boom. Okay, if the guy's far enough away and he's throwing a kick, I'm just literally stepping offline here. Now, I can kick him just to keep him from turning on me fast, because now I gotta follow up with here. So again, Pete, back up a bit. Okay, we're here, 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 here. All right. So that's just to check him if I do. And by the way, you don't even need the kick. So come in again. Here. All right. Stepping offline, getting out of the way is another option. And then before, tell me if this looks familiar. I'll just come forward. Here, jamming the technique. Again, getting off the X. In order for somebody, again, to kick your nuts, he's got to come in and all the way up, right? Saddle kick, he's right in here. You got to smash the nuts into the pelvis bone. Kicking at them, I mean, the bladder's fine, but for the most part, most people train to just kick at, kick at the nuts. Nah, and they're kind of designed to get out of the way. That's why they hang the way they do. But we're really concerned with him coming up underneath and driving. And his target is right here. As soon as you move off the X, you know, now he's coming in, there's gonna be a collision, okay? But it's gonna be bone on bone or whatever. It's not gonna be that target area. No need to even care about the block because in a real fight, you know, you're not gonna know, you know, what he's gonna do, right? And by the time you're like, he throws the kick and you're like, oh, that's that. Again, he's following up with another technique. He's not just doing a single technique. It's going to be a barrage of techniques. He's going to do to you what you want to do to him, right? So you have to make that assumption. Anything less is just irresponsible on your part. I couldn't think of another cooler line. Irresponsible. Yeah, I know. All right. So keep it simple, not stupid. I've said this before about Master Wong. I don't know if he's serious, but he's funny as hell. A few main points here that you should walk away with. First, I want to add that to our defense, the sidestep edge of hand. I failed to mention that in the demo, that you're already going to determine where you're going to move before he even attacks, especially if he's a lot larger than you. You know, you might not feel comfortable, you know, going in at him in the beginning. So sidestepping is definitely something you would do. Whether that would be left or right is going to come down to, you know, what you feel comfortable with. If you feel more comfortable going to your right, or the environment dictates where you move. Like if you're standing next to a wall or a vehicle and you can only move in one direction. Obviously, if you can't move either side to side, you really don't have much choice but to move backwards or forwards. Again, you know, don't want to overcomplicate things here. So, as I said in the demo, I'm okay with the sparring block, you know, but your target isn't going to stand there and wait for you to chamber your side kick and hit his knee. If you used that sparring block and followed up with the strikes we showed, that edge of hand, heel of hand, to those specific target areas, everything above the neck, okay. You know, but keep in mind, if this guy's trained, you know, he's going to throw combinations. So that front kick's going to be followed up with some hands, you know, backing up like that without jamming him and coming into him at some point might get you in trouble. But, you know, I'm not going to crush that block because especially if someone's comfortable with this and they just want to get out of the way, you know, you may wind up doing that if you're not trained in how we train in our combative system. So, you know, big takeaway is that you're not going to break his leg this way. Instead, at best, you may knock him down. That's if the stars align and the planets are in sync. But to be honest, this leg break, you know, won't even happen because he's not even going to be there. We only use that side kick just to slow him from turning into you so you can cover the distance and follow up with your hands. So, you know, his finishing moves aren't that great. His punch, you know, punch to the face probably won't be there because your target will be moving. He then attacks the back, which is low percentage, and knees him in the coccyx, promising to, you know, disrupt his regularity for eternity. He does briefly mention the back of the neck. However, this should be the only target he should be talking about. You know, the back of the neck, base of the skull, side of the neck, jaw hinge. You know, because when that guy moves, we depend on that guy coming back and continue to attack us. Like, Pete doesn't do it in the demo, because if he did, I'd take his head clean off. Because as you're coming in and you're attacking and he's just turning and facing you and moving into you, you know, that's going to be a force multiplier on your strike. So now you've got your strike and then his momentum coming in and meeting all a target area. So we plan on this guy being over aggressive and not standing there. Again, I failed to, really point this out in the demo, but if you go back and you watch it, you can see exactly what I'm talking about. Imagine him on that edge of hand really turning in and coming back to you. Yeah, it's going to mess his day up. So thanks again for joining us. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope maybe you learned a little something. Please post your comments below. As always, please, if you would be so kind, like, subscribe. And as always, until next time, train honestly.